Happy Monday night, everybody. It is another En La Casa con Papa Monday check-in and after sesh to see how y'all doing. The sesh being the divination of the week, and also just some heads up, some how are ya, some let's start the week well. Again, I hope all of y'all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a great day. It's the first Monday of the week, and ooh baby, all of what's going on this week, and I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to say it, but you already know. Already the things that are happening this week are heating up, and it is for us to use a little bit of this. But before I go into any of the musings of Monday, haha, I want to say again, hope y'all had a great weekend. Thank you so much. I hope you had a great Halloween. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful holiday and all that good stuff. And also, classes. I want to give everybody heads up on business because, your Uncle Jeffrey makes sure that I have to do some business work, la la. Business speaking. Classes are coming up again in tandem with my sister child, Miss Big Liz of Big Liz Conjure. We'll be doing three wonderful classes coming up. One of them is going to be about ensouling and working with your images to strengthen them, to put that spiritual energy in them, to get them working for you, to get them working with you, and aligning them with spirit. We're going to be talking about magic jewelry. You see all these goody things like bracelets and um, the chaplets and what have you. We are going to have a class on how you work with them. How do you work with them in your practice? How do you incorporate magical jewelry, crystal jewelry? Because there's a lot of different ways to make jewelry too, y'all. Sometimes I know people that'll take a chunk of crystal and some driftwood and make an amazing amulet that is very protective and stabilizing. And then you got people that'll wear all these wonderful gajillion wings and nobody thinks it was just Cartier or something from, Tiffany's. But meanwhile, that ring has been worked and left in a cemetery for 3 weeks and blah, blah, blah. Whole bunch of stuff. We'll be touching on that in that class. And also, I am going to be rerunning by popular demand Canna Juju because, y'all, as a cannabis, spiritual cannabis, I think that it is very much the usage, or should I say working with this spiritual plant ally, not just in the recreational and medical sense but also in the spiritual sense, to align with that energy. And I'm going to be teaching a class on how to, and the respect that is given, and other things as well. So you want to figure that. I'm going to leave the link in the comments below. Want to be a part of that? I'm sure all these classes will be coming up, the 12th, 13th, and 20th coming up. And of course, this month we're going to be the tea day. Thanks for giving and all that. But we'll get on to that later on as the weeks go by. Because like I said, I want to come back on here and start making little presents for myself because I love YouTube. I love y'all. I love all of you to have been in here. And if you're just new to this channel and new to this, check out all my other videos. Thank you for coming. Thanks for being here. Smash that like button, y'all. And I have to get into saying this because I'm still rather wet behind the ears and green. But smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the little bell for notifications on every time we do another video from La Casa de Juju. Sometimes we'll have Jeff as Thing come in and help out with stuff. But yes, classes, classes. Also, y'all, I don't think people understand that when I say I make products, I make products. This is some of my lovely Egyptian business lotion. And I want to show y'all, I make some good lotion. It smells delicious. It's hemp seed and shea butter. It's a beautiful blend. It's wonderful for your skin, but also it's mixed with one of my favorite essences, favorite oils, which is the Egyptian business, which is about positive energy, the upper hand, Egyptian magic, but also it has a little bit of, a little bit of happy, hello, how are you kind of energy. Not necessarily love, but a little bit of infatuation, a little bit of the other L word, and a lot of mm, happiness with hands. And that's all I'm going to say. Also, I do make spiritual oils. This one is said Egyptian business, and each one of the oils I make, I call them not just oils and spiritual oils that are made, of course, with all natural and organic herbs, essential oils, and um, essences, as well as other ingredients too that we put in there. Very much about keeping it real, keeping it natural, keeping it authentic. So this one in particular, each one is like a little gree bag in a bottle because the energy I put in here, the herbs, each one of them is ritualized, not just made at the proper hour and time and moon phase, but also they're empowered over different of the different altars for their effect, and each one of them has oils that have been empowered in them, and you can use those oils, of those herbs that are at the bottom, as well as the crystals that are in there, because there's actual ethically sourced crystals, herbs, minerals, and essences that you have in there. And once your oil has finished, you can take those herbs and either put them into a little bag and carry them with you, put those herbs into a spell bottle, put those herbs into a dressing for a candle as well. It's a lot of things you can do with them. Or you could just use the bottle itself as a spell bottle and hang it somewhere, put it somewhere, get rid of it somewhere, depending on the formulation. So, our formulation is key. And again, since herbs are everything, this is also St. Martha in particular, but this is the herbal dressing that we have, which are different herbs that are relevant to the condition or relevant to the formula or relevant to the formula and the saint that we work with. So you can use them for candle dressings, baths, floor washes, incenses. You can even use it in a simmer pot too. These herbs are there for you. And one of the last things, like I said, I'm all about the juris, and I'm even doing a class on juris. Don't you want one? Don't you want one of these? I know I do. And another thing I love to make is bath salts. This one is my lovely FOH, which is out of here blend. This is the formula I use to get rid of nasty energies, to get rid of crossings, to get rid of curses, to get rid of nasty spiritual energies. And bath salts are easy to use. You can dissolve them, not those bath salts, bath crystals. You can dissolve them in your bath and use it as a spiritual bath. You can dissolve them in water and use them as a floor wash, use them as a spray. I like sometimes using them as a scrub too because there are essential oils and herbs and extracts in there as well as salts like Himalayan salt, sea salt, kosher salt, good salts that are strong and helpful for the condition that we're working with. Even little green salt for my money blends as well. So you can use them as a scrub and then rinse them off as well because I love doing salt scrubs. Sometimes you don't have time to do the whole bath or you're in a pinch and your hands got messed up with stuff or you shook hands with somebody who felt really icky. You can use those salts and use them to wash your hands. There's a lot of things you can do with them. So I wanted to push some product. So yes, if you want your magical bath crystals, or should I say spiritual bath crystals, spiritual oils, powders, magical lovely brightware, or brujo bling, like we like to say in la casa, hello, um, as well as other apothecaria that we have here, oils, powders, herbal dressings, salts, lotions. Get with us and we'll get with you. It's also a good time to do some divination as well. So if you're in the neighborhood for doing some divination, sitting with me with a and divining for you, or doing a mentorship, or even sitting and just troubleshooting with a Café con Papa, let me know. Get with me via email or in the comments or on Facebook, because I'm also on Facebook, Papa Rose and Casa de Juju on Facebook. And on Instagram, Casa de Juju MS on Instagram. So I'll leave links to that in the bottom as well. So we did that, and that. I want to get into today being the first Monday of the month, as well as the important Monday. Oh, by the way, if you're hearing music in the background, I don't owe that music. I don't have the rights to it. I'm not licensed. That's just music playing in the background. And it's on YouTube too, so there you go. It's big oldies and big band in the back. You know those compilations. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, since it's the first Monday, of course, it's Elegua Day for those that follow in Lukumi or in the spiritual practices that incorporate Elegua as a force that we work with. Elegua is my dad in Orisha. And also, I work with him a lot in different places. And one of the things I love to do is do divination. My divination in particular is throwing uh, kind of like a bone dice shell thing, mixture thereof. And I was doing this for a while every week, every week, every week, but I sort of stopped doing it. But I wanted to get back into it, especially now being the beginning of the month, being a whole bunch of new things. And since November is that time to, what isn't working, what is, let's work with that and let's get forward. It's a lot of numerology that we do in our divinations. And first and foremost, the overall numerology was six. Whenever six comes up, whenever you have a reoccurring six going on, no, not 666, it's all evil. Six is a chaos number, but it's also a giving number. It's finding balance, it's finding order out of chaos, it's grabbing the good things that we have and trying our best to make them better. Six also reminds me of a story of pumpkins and finding fortune. But when I do story time with Papa, I'll tell that story. But long story short, too late. Yeah, I know. But somebody had to work and pick up things that were left behind by everybody else that they saw, and they tried to grab all of them and get them to their house and at least say, I don't want to get anybody in trouble and I don't want things to rot, so let me pick these things up, these pumpkins, because it was about pumpkins. And got them to his house, and at the end of everything, those pumpkins that this spirit picked up behind others were filled with blessings in disguise, money, prosperity, and abundance. And that's what this week is going to be, blessings in disguise. So don't throw anything out unless absolutely it doesn't serve you anymore. Or donate what you can. This is a kind of energy this week that's going to be about get rid of what you don't need, but make sure that somebody else can use it or donate it down the way. But if it really doesn't have any value, then send it on its way in the most, ethically, the most ethical manner possible. Here it's about ethics. It's about standing up for truths. It's about speaking the truth. If you can't say nothing true, don't say nothing. This week is about standing up for truth, standing up for honesty, standing up for the right thing. And now sometimes the right thing isn't the most correct thing, but it's the right thing when it comes to human rights, decency, understanding, and respect, and honoring. So this week, it's about standing up for truth, standing up for a whole bunch of truth, making sure that you're standing in your own truths too. I know I keep using that word a lot, but what I really want you to be is truthful to yourself and to others. That's what this week is going to be about. And loving, being able to help where you can, coming from a stance of love for yourself and for others too. And if you can't help nobody, well then don't get in their way, don't hurt them, don't go out of your way to be a eggplant. Do what is right and stay the course with compassion, honor, dignity, and understanding, and scruples to oneself and to the higher good. And that's pretty much what this is. Also where blessings come out of nowhere disguised. Again, this is the week of disguised blessings. So look around and be like, oh wow, hey, look, ew, there's, I hate to use, well, I don't hate to use this. Let me rephrase that. I love to use this. It's like, ew, there's a dead alligator, a deceased armadillo. Oh my God, is that $100 bill under it though? That's where it's gonna be at. It's that energy of finding the silver lining and extracting the good in chaotic times. I'm not saying bad. I'm not saying, oh my God, the sky is falling. No, I'm saying things are going to be a little chaotic. So roll with the punches and be prepared. Get ready so you don't have, well, stay ready so you don't have to get ready, as my sisters would say. This is also a time where if you were going to work with spirits or if you have spirits that you're working with, those energies along the line of Chango, along the line of St. Barbara, along the line of those fiery spirits of revolution and work and forward movement. In Haiti, it would always be with Ogu and the Nago spirits, those forging energies of moving and pushing forward truth and evolution. It is about civilization in the sense of building things. So we're building things this week. Also, these obstacles we're going to be going through, because it's going to be some obstacles too, especially when it comes to like communicating properly. Be aware of security, cybersecurity in particular, because this specific pattern that came out was about problems in air. And when we talk about the air element, that's like everything that has to do with electronics, everything that has to do with mental. nervous systems, communications, and all that. And emails and websites are key right there. So be careful this week and make sure your security is beefed up emotionally and passionately speaking. The fires that move us, the waters that make us. Be there with your partner. No matter if it's a romantic relationship, no matter if it's just a platonic one, even if it's a business one, bounce things off and really work with who you're working with for the betterment of everyone. Again, it's that whole hierarching humanitarian as well as give me my cash too. Because, baby, no, we have to deal with cash. We have to deal with what's here, and we need to budget this week too. This week is about, yeah, I could get that $800 vacuum cleaner, but right now I need to wait a little bit. So it's about budgeting for the better good this week. It might be a little tight, but it's not like you're going to be without. And this is where you also have to think, let's bust it down. Let's break it down. What is really going on with my resources, my home, my health, myself? Where do I need to actually work and do some work that I've been avoiding? It's time to take care of me. It's time to take care of my home. It's time to look at things realistically and securely. Things are about to open up too. Just because this week is going to be a little hectic and chaotic doesn't mean that there can't be order out of chaos, that you cannot make that you can make the chaos work for you. It's saying use your mind, look around. Like the old in the old days, I went to one of the times I went to a bembe or a drum party for the saints. Obatala, the Orisha of the white cloth, purity, understanding, peace, and artistry, and just the intelligence of the world had come down. And he was legendary for this. And he looked at me when I went to go pay my respects. He lifted me up and looked at me and said, and this is the exact week for that. This is a week where we can see everything, hear everything, but we must be detached and speak the right words. Think before you speak. Think before you put yourself in any factions or moves. I know I already messed that one up, huh? Or anything. But think, choose your words, because they can be very cutting this week, even though you may not mean it. Health wise speaking, we need to start really taking better care of ourselves health wise, and in the mental health arena, the physical health arena, the emotional health arena, as well as the spiritual health. Now is a good time to, like I said, we're in the waxing moon. So as we say, yeah, I want to manifest some good stuff. I want to bring some good things to me. I have all of these material things. Don't forget to work on your spiritual side. Don't forget to work on your emotional side. Don't forget to continue to invoke healing in your life and in yourself. If you want to have a further breakdown of the reading of the week, again, email me, get with me on Facebook, get with me in the comments section below. And we can talk more about it if you want to get me with me on products, divinations, what have you, anything. Same thing. DM me. Let's talk. Let's work with it. And remember, y'all, keep your eyes open. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be aware. And foresight helps us to avoid the problems rather than falling in the problems. So just remember to use that good, uncommon sense. And remember what those wise words from the elders were. Hmm. Think before you speak and look before you leap. And that's about it. I think that's all I'm gonna touch on, but that's a good one for Monday Musings. And again, I'm gonna be coming back doing some more stuff here on YouTube and in other places. So watch me again. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm even on TikTok. So get me on everything there if you can. And I'm gonna do a lot more to get things together and organized, because you know what? If it helps one person, then I did what my ancestors want me to do. And I want to see y'all happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, just like I want to be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise, and we all should be. Because that's how it should be. And let's strive to it. So take care of yourselves and each other, like Jerry Springer used to say. And I wish you all the best. All love, peace, and juju. Mwah. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon, love bugs.